He's that guy, you know. He's that guy in that show. That guy in that show.
Yeah. That guy in that show. This week's That Guy in That Show is James Hong. Professor, what can you tell us about James Hong?
All right. James Hong was born February 22nd, 1929 in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Thing to keep in mind about James Hong is he has over 650 credits to his name. He is quite the working actor. I think he first came to people's attention in The New Adventures of Charlie Chan, which was in 1957. Hong played number one son. In that show, Charlie Chan was played by J. Carrol Naish, who played Daniel in House of Frankenstein, the detective in Five Fingers of Death, the Inner Sanctum film, Calling Dr. Death, many more. He's a guy that we could do a feature on as well. But so many movies of James Hong will be familiar to genre fans like Chris and I. But he also did a lot of non-genre work. Anybody that has watched TV or gone to the movies over the past 60 years, you've seen a movie with James Hong in it. He has a small part in my personal favorite movie of all time, Chinatown. He plays Faye Dunaway's butler. In Blade Runner, he plays Hannibal Chu, which is the guy with the eyes in the movie that Rutger Hauer wants to get his eyes. If you've only seen what I've seen with your eyes, that kind of thing. He's Lo Pan in Big Trouble in Little China, which would put him on, our favorite actors of all time list on its own. But he was also in You Bet Your Life with Groucho Marx, Wayne's World, Bonanza, Kung Fu Panda, The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Of course, he was in Perry Mason. And he's been working even recently. He's in the new release, Everything Everywhere All at Once. And finally, just recently, this year, he got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And this was a campaign that was started by Daniel Day Kim, who was in Lost and Hawaii Five-0, and, kicked off a GoFundMe to get this Hollywood Walk of Fame star for James Hong. And it worked out, and he finally got it. So after, however many years, he's got his star. Quite an impressive resume. Tell us what you've unearthed about James Hong, Chris.
Well, thanks, Professor. I've probably first noticed Hong's work in his 4 appearances of the original Hawaii Five-0.
Oh, yeah.
Now, his first was in an episode titled 1,000 Pardons, You're Dead, where he played an accomplice to Harry Gardino's character who's running the swindle operation. And there's a really, really good scene where Hong acts in, where Gardino is going to basically drive Hong to where he wants to go, but you can tell he's about to be whacked. And you could just feel this nervous tension and buildup with it. And it's really, really well done by these two actors, but it's exacerbated by the fact that Hong's character needs some medication and it's being withheld. And it just really adds to the drama and tension of the scene. And then Hong does a whole 180 in his next appearance, showing his range as a mob boss / money launderer named Todd Key in an episode titled The Devil and Mr. Frog. I thought it was really, really two great performances and just showing off his range from like an underling to like sort of a leader. Hong was in a lot of my favorite shows I watched as a kid in the 70s, Kung Fu, The Rookies, SWAT, The Rockford Files, Black Sheep Squadron, Charlie's Angels, The Hardy Boys and the Nancy Drew Mysteries. He appeared in both The Bionic Woman and in Wonder Woman. He was in the episode The Man Who Could Rule the World. And all through that, he was even in more recent appearances of the latest incarnation of Hawaii Five-0. And he also did a Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So you could say James Hong is in the MCU. How cool is that? And not to just limit himself to one comic company, he also did a voice in the animated DC movie Batman Soul of the Dragon. How cool is that? Both Marvel and DC characters. Professor, you mentioned the movies. I thought they were well done of the list. I also wanted to add No Deposit, No Return, Disney Fair. He was in Airplane, Blade Runner, like you said. But I don't want to fall asleep on Hong's comedic performances in the sitcoms, going well far back as Gomer Pyle. He did a Here's Lucy and an All in the Family. But he did some classic episodes. In a classic episode of Taxi, he played a wealthy passenger who didn't speak English in the great episode, The Great Race, where Alex and Louie were competing to see who could bring in the most money in a certain time period. Hong played a character who wanted to give Alex a lot of money just to go for a short distance, and Alex declined, but Hong really, really sold it in just the limited time he was in. And he was also in one of my favorite episodes, a classic episode of Seinfeld, The Restaurant, where he played the maitre d' at a Chinese restaurant, and it was just brilliant stuff. As you said, he got a Hollywood star on the Walk of Fame. He's the oldest actor to receive a star, well earned. Wow. And he said in a recent interview, there's still a long way to go, though, with Asian American representation in Hollywood. Here, our salute to the great James Hong.
Yes, he was an amazing career, an amazing actor, hardworking guy, and he's always good. And he's been in so much. It's just, if you've got one of those favorite old TV shows, I bet if you look at his resume, he's been in at least one episode.
Absolutely. Good stuff.
Yep. So here's our salute to James Hong. He's this week's That Guy in That Show.
He's that guy, you know. He's that guy in that show.